everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So it is Saturday, guys, and it's around 1:25 in the afternoon, and I'm getting ready to get dinner going because it has to cook for like 2 or 3 hours. So what I'm making, today is Darren's birthday. Julie and Darren are coming over for his birthday for cake and stuff. Julie's actually picking up a cookie cake on the way here, or she got it already, for his birthday because that's what he likes. I was going to make a cake, but she's just like, Mom, I'll just get the cookie cake. He's not big on ice cream. He's not big on, certain things. So anyway, that's what she's doing. Every birthday of one of my kids, I've always had made them a special meal for their birthdays. Whatever meal that they want, I make for them. And Darren, because he is one of my kids now, he picked Italian jambalaya. I've never made jambalaya in my life. That's one thing I have never made. So I looked up a recipe on Pinterest, kind of got all the ingredients that I need to do and everything, and I'm not going exactly by the recipe, but I am putting everything in that is supposed to go in there. I'm just doing it my own way. So that's what I'm making. I was going to do it with orzo, but when I went to ShopRite, I forgot to get the orzo. So I have a lot of rice to use up anyway, so I'll make it with the rice. It does call for rice, but you could use orzo too. And I know he does like orzo, but he likes rice too. So rice is what it is. So that's what we're gonna do it with. So right now, what I'm doing is I have to take what's in it is chicken. I'm putting in a chicken, shrimp, sausage, and did I say shrimp?
Yeah.
Chicken, shrimp, sausage, and then I'm putting peppers in it. Onions, garlic. It's diced tomatoes. What else? I think that's it. You're not even on.
I am on.
Yeah, and it's like in a red sauce, and it's supposed to have a little Cajun in it. I can't seem to find my Cajun. I thought I had Cajun, but I don't. But I'll put a little bit of spice in it, just a little tad, just so it has a little, spice of jambalaya. So anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. So I already cut up the onions and the garlic. I'm gonna cut up the peppers, and I'm also gonna take the sausage. I had leftover sausage. I'm gonna use this sausage, take it out of the casing, and then cut it up and put it in the pot. I'm using my Dutch oven, my new Dutch oven. Yes, that my YouTuber friend, my friend got me. I love her. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so let's move these here. All right, let's do the sausage. All right. Let's shut this light, because this one has a glare, I think, right? All right, so I'm just gonna take the casing off. Why is the casing being? So I had sausage left over that I had in the freezer, and I said, ooh, that's what I'm gonna use. I didn't have any chicken, so I had to buy some chicken today. So I bought chicken cutlets. I was gonna do thighs, but the thighs were just outrageously priced, and I'm like, you know what? I need to save some money. So I got the chicken cutlets instead. And I already have shrimp in the freezer that I had. I have 2 bags of shrimp in there that I bought when it was on sale. So that's not a big deal. I have that already. Casing usually comes off really easy, and I don't know why it's not, but it's not. So, yeah, so I had diced tomatoes in my cabinet. So a lot of the stuff that I had that I could utilize from home already. So it's not bad. But Lily's watching the Yankee game. I'm kind of glancing at it. What is going on with this got to the mama thing? Never had such trouble with the casing before. It just won't come off. Jeez. Maybe because it's cold. It's not frozen. I took it out of the freezer yesterday. It's really being difficult. I'm just gonna like have to cut it off, I guess. That's odd. Very odd. Can't believe how difficult it's being. Wow. All right, let's hope the next one isn't like that. Now it says you can use like andouille sausage, you could do spicy sausage if you want. I just have regular sausage, and it also calls for Italian sausage, so it just calls for whatever you got, you know, whatever you want to put in it. I cannot believe how difficult this is being. It usually just comes off in one, there you go, see? In one big piece, you see? There you go. That's what I'm used to, not craziness. Is that the one I just did? Yeah. Right? Is this the one I just did? Yeah. Why is this happening today? You just got to get a hold of a little piece of it, and then you can get it off. But if you don't get if you don't get it in one thing, I feel like it's not going to come off the right way. There we go. There we go, guys. Just try to get a little piece of it, and then once you get it, you can just rip it off. It's like in the corner. If you get it in the corner, get it off. Here it goes. Here it goes. Yes, I think I got it. I think I can. I think I can. Yeah, guys, there we go. All right, now, I'm doing it the way that it kind of says in the recipe, to put the sauce, to cut the sausage first, put the sausage in first, in pieces, and then it says to take that out, and then cook the chicken, and you can also do pork chops if you want, center cut. I'm not doing pork chops, I'm doing sausage. So, So I'm not going to put the onions in with this sausage, which I would normally do. I'm just going to cook the sausage and then do it kind of in the way that the recipe kind of says. So I am going by the recipe just a little bit, just in steps a little bit. But you know me, guys. Not a big one on following rules. But I mean, when I'm doing a new recipe too, I do, you know, follow the recipe somewhat. And then I usually tweak it, just the way I do. I want this pretty small, not huge, but not small, you know. All right, let's put we're gonna put the Dutch oven on. I want them bite-sized. I don't want them to be like little pieces. I want them kind of bite-sized. All right, so let's put the Dutch oven on. All right. I really didn't eat lunch today. I had grapes and some cheese and I don't know. Not really eating good. Okay, let's put some olive oil in here. All right. Just a little bit. All right, guys. So, I put the sausage back in there now. I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to put... Oh, wait. Yeah. I'm going to put the onions and the garlic and the peppers in. Okay. I'm gonna start putting a little bit of seasonings in it. I'm gonna put some Italian seasoning. Some pepper. A little bit of salt. What else? Garlic powder. Of course. This is onion. Onion. I'll just put the rest in. Garlic. I'm gonna put some basil. And later, yes, later I'm gonna put some fresh basil and fresh parsley in it. But I don't wanna do that till later. I do have some sort of Cajun. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna find it because I'm gonna put a little bit of Cajun in there. I also want to put a little bit of celery salt because I was supposed to put celeries in here. Didn't have any and forgot them. So that just gives it a little flavor, a little celery salt. And like I said, guys, the shrimp, is not gonna go in until the last minute. The shrimp, it will overcook, and I don't want that. I'm just picking up the sausage a little bit more. I'm gonna let this cook for another like 3-4 minutes. Then I'm gonna open up the cans of, I have 2 cans of diced tomatoes that I'm gonna put, now I might put 3, I'm gonna put 2 in the beginning. And then I think I might put some crushed tomatoes in it because it calls for tomato paste. I thought I had tomato paste and I can't find it. So I must not have grabbed another can. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of crushed tomatoes to give it a little bit of substance, a little bit, make it a little bit thicker. I could have sworn I had it, but I think I'm gonna put a little bit of Old Bay in this too, because it's gonna have a little seafood, just like flair to it too. So just a little bit Old Bay, because that's a really good flavor. And you can put this on anything, seafood, chicken, really, you know, it's a very, very versatile seasoning. I know that I have some sort of Cajun spice here. I remember seeing it. I bought it and haven't used it. And I remember seeing it in here and saying, ooh, Linda, I haven't used that. There's a lot of stuff I haven't used yet, but I gotta get some. Here, is this in here? Now there's brown sugar bourbon. I gotta start using that too. Yeah, where is it? It's that lady that I bought that time. But I'm glad I didn't buy more salt today because I thought I needed salt and I didn't buy it because I forgot. I got sidetracked, and good thing because I have it. Yeah, this right here. All-purpose. Well, this isn't really. It's not really Cajun, but this is. I forget I have this too. This is salt-free. It's the garlic, ginger, pineapple, and mango. Yummo. I don't know why I thought that was Cajun. I think I have another one in here. I don't know what I have, guys. I really don't. Oh my God, I think it's not even seasoned yet, but I didn't even know it. And a pepper, I have pepper down here. Oh my God, Linda, get it together. Oh Lord in heaven. It's not full, but I do have some pepper in here. I know that I had. Guys, I just don't know what I'm doing with my life sometimes. Just a little bit of this. I gotta keep this out in the forefront so I remember to use it. I gotta keep it up here with my Kinders because I use it, so I'll use it. All right, so anyway, let's get the tomato sauce in here. The diced tomatoes. All right. I want to taste this because it's fire. I gotta open up the other can because this one has a regular top. All right, guys, I do have this. So I'm just gonna put a drop in there. That's it. Not that much because my husband can't eat it like that. He eats so spicy, so. Just a little bit of a hint. I'm gonna definitely add some water to this. And I'm gonna put a drop of bouillon, not a lot. Okay. I don't even know if I'm going to put it in yet because I don't want it to get too salty. I don't want to do that. Where is that? I have sauce left over, don't I, from the other day? When did I make sauce?
Oh, leftover?
Yeah, didn't I have?
From what? Oh, from the, when they made the stromboli.
Oh yeah, where is that?
I don't got his bread.
Because that's what I want to use to put in. Alright. Let me find that, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, so I found it. I have this here. This is that marinara that I made. I'm going to add that to this. That's perfect. I don't have to add another, you know, can. I don't have to open up a can, you know, and use half the can and then have the other half sitting around. Not a big deal. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water to this to get the rest of the sauce out. And that's gonna make it just thick enough that it's gonna need to be. Let's taste it, see what kind of spices it has. Mmm. Mmm, that's good. All right. All right. Start letting this sizzle up. And we'll start cutting the peppers up while we're waiting for that to start sizzling, you know, cooking. I have 2 peppers here that I had bought at the farm that I need to use up, which I thought was perfect. I didn't have to get peppers because you don't need a whole lot of peppers, but you need peppers. So it's a perfect amount that I have. I thought it was funny when my son-in-law said he wanted Italian jambalaya. I was like, Italian jambalaya? I never even heard of that. You know, and I looked it up, the recipe, and there's so many recipes for it. Oh, that was my finger. Gotta be careful. Lately I've been coming very close to cutting myself. My head's not where it should be, I guess. Okay, so Bill did not feeling well Friday. He had some stomach issues, so he took off. He went all the way to work and then realized he can't. There's no way he can stay. So he called out until he was home yesterday. He's feeling better. You know, he's on a lot of medication and stuff for the heart and all that medication kind of messes with his stomach. So, but he seems to be feeling better. I was invited actually to my cousin's house on Labor Day. We're having like a family barbecue, but we decided we're just going to stay home. Julie's coming over. Jenny was going to come over, but she's going, they have plans or something with her group. We have her group home, she doesn't want to come over, so. Yeah, you know, she wants to do what she wants to do, and that's it, so. I'm just going to hire this just a little bit. Just so it gets a little bit brown. Let this cook a little bit. The shrimp I'm not going to do the shrimp doesn't go in till later, so I'm not even going to take that out of the freezer yet. I'm going to leave that in the freezer. And, oh, I gotta cut the chicken up. Let's cut the chicken up. So, yeah, it's really not that hard of a meal to make. It's, you know, a lot of steps. And then once the steps are done, it's just going to cook in the Dutch oven on the, yeah, for 2 or 3 hours. So, just putting it all together, you know, that's what it is. So let me cut some chicken up. What is, oh my Lord, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. All right, so we're gonna cut this chicken. Like I said, it's you're putting, it's chicken, sausage, and I actually do have a little bit of pork in there, but I'm not going to use the pork. I'm just going to use the chicken. The chicken, the shrimp, and the sausage. It's going to be delicious also. And like I said, this is the first time I'm even making jambalaya. I've never made jambalaya. I've never made jambalaya, and I've never made gumbo, which I'd like to try both. Well, I'm trying jambalaya now, basically, but I definitely would like to try gumbo. So I'm cutting them like I said, in not bite-sized, not tiny pieces, but kind of bite-sized pieces. Peaches. So you can taste it, you know. You say, oh, that's a piece of chicken. I'm going to drain that sausage in a minute. Let me slice these. And then we'll drain the sausage. And that pot is so heavy that I'm going to use a strainer to drain it, because I can't, you know, normally I would just like lean it over with the cover, but the pot is so heavy that I can't really do that. I'll end up burning myself or hurting myself. So, yeah. So let's do it the safe way, guys. How about that? I need pot holders. These pot holders that I have, they're just so old, and I replace them all the time, and they don't stay good. I don't know. And then you got to be careful with the ones you buy. If you buy the ones like the good ones, like from Walmart or something, I bought the big thick ones, and they don't work that great. Don't buy them from the Dollar Tree, because you'll burn your hands to oblivion. They're good for putting your pots on or whatever, but not keeping the heat off. You gotta buy really good ones. The last ones I think I bought from Big Lots, I think, and they were good. And I think that was this one, and this one holds the heat. All right, so I took. All right, so there's the sausage. Oh wait, I was supposed to leave it out. Hello. All right, now I didn't flavor any of that yet, because I'm going to flavor it all together. So now I'm going to do the chicken. Okay? Let's do some chicken. And you got to remember, there's 5 of us eating this. 3 men that have big appetites. So, you got to make enough of this, guys. So we got chicken, sausage, I'm going to put this in and see if this is enough, this amount. Some lady who I've lost made some sort of derogatory comment the other day. I was doing the clams you know, there's a spaghetti with clam sauce, and she made a comment about how I took the clam and took it off my dirty stove and put it in the pot. So you know what I did? I didn't even comment. I read it, and I read it like 2 times because I wanted to make sure that that's really what she said, you know. And she made some, you know, like just a mean comment. So I just deleted her and blocked her. Took her off. I hid the remark, and I deleted and I blocked her from my channel. So I don't even know who she was, who she is, or whatever. But whatever. Keep your negative thoughts to yourself. That's all. Whatever. So I think that's a good amount of chicken. So right now I got I have a feeling this is going to go over really good, this meal. Cutting another little piece. Alright guys, that's it with the chicken. Let's let the chicken cook. Alright. Yeah. Let me put this in the wash my hands from the chicken. All right. I'm gonna pause a minute because I'm gonna go back because I gotta look at the recipe and just make sure that I don't miss anything. So, and it's on my iPad, so I'll be right back, guys. Here's the second cam. I'm gonna take a little bit of water for the canned beef. Woo. Give that a mix. All right. Oh, there's chicken broth too. Let me look at the recipe again. All right, guys. It's really good. It has a tiny bit of kick to it, which is like just enough. I think it'll be fine for husband. And so I'm gonna put it back here. Ooh, that's hot. Let's put it back here because I want it to cook low. Low. And like I said, the shrimp's gonna go in last, and the rice is gonna be delicious. It's really gonna be good. Yeah, pretty simple. All right, guys, so action. All right, so guys, I decided to make homemade biscuits for my son-in-law because they're one of his favorite things. So I'm gonna make that as well. I also had to add a little bit of stuff to the jambalaya because I realized it wasn't enough. So I had some frozen pork chops. I defrosted them. I put pork chops in there. I put the rest of that piece of chicken. I added more tomatoes, and I'm going to put orzo in it. So that's going to be, it'll be fine. But I'm going to make the homemade biscuits. So I only have this much flour. I'm praying that it's 4 cups because I'm making a double batch of them. I ran out of flour. I don't know. I gotta go. I'm gonna go to Sam's next week, and I'm gonna get the big thing of flour because the holidays are coming, and they have that big thing of flour. It's so reasonable, so I'm gonna do that. But anyway, I need 4 cups. This recipe that I make, this biscuit recipe, is from Moss Family TV. Fallon. I don't know if you ever went over to her. Moss Family TV. I used to watch her faithfully every single day. I haven't watched her in a very, very long time. Once in a while, I'll go over and check out what's going on or whatever. But this is my favorite. I've made a couple other biscuit recipes, and I'm not crazy about it. Her recipe is amazing, amazing, and it's simple. 3 ingredients. So it's 2 cups of rising flour. So what I have to do is I have to make self-rising because I only have all-purpose flour, and this is all I have. Okay, so I have to make it's 1 cup of to make self-rising flour is 1 cup of flour and a teaspoon and a half of baking powder and salt. So I'm going to do that. So let's see. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I had a little bit more than a half a pound of orzo. So I'm put that in there. Now you could do this with rice or you could do it with orzo. I'm doing it with orzo because I did have orzo in my cabinet, which I didn't think I did. And yeah. Darren loves orzo and it's his birthday. So this is his preference. So this is what we're doing. So I'm going to let this boil like a good 10 minutes, simmer on low for a good 10 minutes so the orzo cooks. And then at the last minute, right before we eat, I'm going to put in the shrimp because the shrimp has to only be in there a couple of minutes. Otherwise, we'll have rubbery shrimp, and I'm not doing that. So, yes. All right, so I'm going to get going on the biscuits. Let's get going. I already made the self-rising flour. I have the 4 cups that I need to double the recipe, and I have a little bit of flour left, so yeah. I'm okay. Thank God. God, if I don't get organized. If I don't get myself organized in this life. All right, this is empty. All right, guys. So I need 6 tablespoons of 6 tablespoons of butter. So, okay, all right. So all I have to do is I'm using 2 cups. It calls for 2 cups of rising flour, but I'm doubling it. So I need 4 cups of self-rising flour. I need 12 tablespoons of butter, and 2 cups of buttermilk. So yeah. All right, people. So here we go. Now, the biscuits. I took the butter out of the freezer, so it's frozen. It says really cold butter. I know you have to use cold butter. I don't have one of those thingies, so I always do it with a fork, and then I do it with my hands. But you really can't. You can't be handling the butter because if you make it warm, then it won't come out. The biscuits won't come out flaky. So you really shouldn't be touching the butter too much. Okay. See, now it's supposed to be cold, but not totally frozen. Like I want to be able to mix it up in there, but it needs to be really cold. So I had butter in the refrigerator and I had butter in the freezer, and I was like, ooh, let me take the one out of the freezer because it's better. You know, it makes the biscuits so much better. Oh, it's going to be so delicious. Oh. So, because you want the butter to be like little peas in your mixture. I gotta get one of those. What are they called? One of those things. What is it called? Oh, I forget what it's called. So cut it in little pieces. Pastry things. What is it? Pastry cutter or something? You know, that thing that has like it goes like this. It has like a, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get one of those when I go to Walmart because I don't use it often, but when I like to have one of those. This way I don't always have to use my hands. But although I will use my hands anyway. I'm just trying to give it a head start as far as making it small. So pastry cutter, I think that's what it is, pastry cutter. So once you put all the butter in and you start mixing it, once the butter is all into little peas, then you can start adding the buttermilk. And then what happens is once you just mix it a couple of times and just get it all, and it's going to be a little sticky, and you use flour. Oh, I put the flour away. Use flour to keep putting on your hands. I watched Fallon do this so many times, and I got it down pretty pat. The last type of biscuits I made, I was not happy with them. I couldn't find her recipe, and I just didn't have the patience, and I used this other recipe that I had, and I didn't like I didn't like the texture of them at all. All right, so let's go. These are amazing. She's a real country girl. She does real country cooking. Oh, love her. I gotta start watching her again. Get some more recipes from her. All right. We're gonna use a big fork at first. All right, so like I said, it needed 6 tablespoons of butter, but I doubled it, so I did 12 tablespoons of butter. All right, so now I'm just going to use my hands just to break it up. Like I said, I don't want to use my hands too much. Get the hell out of here. I'm like, there's a big, huge fly in here. Somebody kill it? I know, but it's freaking huge. I don't know what it's doing. Guys, my hands are clean. I have such hand problems. I got to go get an x-ray of my hands. I have arthritis, and I was supposed to get an x-ray like 3 months ago. I was supposed to do a lot of things, and I haven't done any of it, and I got to get back on the ball. This week, I have to make all kinds of appointments for myself. I have to make a mammogram appointment, which I'm freaking out about. I hate doing it. I'm overdue because every single time I do it, there's always a question. I have to go back. I have to have another sonogram. The last time I was there, they gave me a triple freaking sonogram, and it was just very scary because I have a cyst in my boob that had to get burned off, and they biopsied it before. It's nothing, it wasn't a problem or anything like that, but they had to get rid of it, and so they watch it, and every single time I go, they do the sonogram, they do the mammogram, and then it shows that there's something there they want to check and recheck it, and I'm telling you guys, they tortured me last time. It was like 3 times, and I sat there for like an hour and a half that they kept checking my boob. My boob hurt so much because the way the sonogram lady was doing it, because they were questioning it, and they wanted to make sure, which God, thank you. I bless that. Like, I'd rather walk out of there knowing, not having a question, But still, every single time I go, it happens, and I'm just a wreck. I'm a wreck. The appointment was like a month ago, and I canceled it. and I haven't made another appointment yet, but I gotta, it's time. It's, you know, something that's very important, obviously. So I gotta do that. I gotta make another appointment for something else, so I'm just a barrel of a mess, but I'm just gonna pray to God and just help and ask God to please give me the strength to do all these things that I need to do, because I have to get them done to have peace of mind too. You know, preventive is where it's at, and you got to prevent. So, God forbid anything, you know, I don't know. It's just scary, guys. It's scary, but I will take you along with that. All right, so these are that's about good. They're little peas. The butter's all broken up. Like I said, I don't want to handle it too much. And let me get the flour. Let me get the pan. Now, I think that you don't have to grease it because there's a lot of butter in here. In the you know, I don't think you have to grease the pan, but you know what? I just like to do it. So I'm gonna take it and just put a little bit of butter on the bottom. All right. All right, guys. Can you see? All right. All right, breathe, Linda. Now, supposedly, I heard that I always usually make my own buttermilk all the time because I never have buttermilk sitting in the refrigerator. Buttermilk is very expensive and I never buy it. So I always make buttermilk, you know, on my own. And people have said, I've heard some people have said, well, it's just as good, like, because I always say, oh, it's just as good. But supposedly, real buttermilk has a different flavor, that it's a stronger flavor. So supposedly that's the story. So I don't know. I haven't used it, so I don't know. So next time I make these, I think I'm going to use the regular buttermilk and see what the difference is and see if there is a difference. All right, so now the flour comes in handy because this is how Fallon does it. She puts flour as she's mixing it, and then when she makes the biscuits up, she puts flour on her hands. So this is what she does. I don't want to go crazy with the flour because I also don't want it to overflour it or anything, but this is how she does it. So. A little bit more flour. And then when she, like I said, and you barely want to mix it, like you don't want to mix it crazy. I don't even know how much this makes. It makes, so, this is how she does it. She does it a lot easier than this though. Can one of you come here a minute and help me a second? Never mind. I'm just gonna put the flour over here. Yeah. I'm fine. Thank you. So I'm gonna. This is how she. Again, this is how she does it. But I want to make it. I want to make them a little bit bigger. Because it's. See, the thing is that I don't want to be like working it so much. That's the problem. So this is how she does it, and then she just like goes like this with it. Kind of makes it like a biscuit, you know. And it's all, guys, it's all like you know, a work in progress. Like sometimes I make them too big. I'm like, oh, that was too big. Or sometimes I make them a little bit too small. So, you know, it's homemade, and this is the thing, you know, so don't worry about it. You're not gonna, people aren't gonna like, you know, say, ooh, that biscuit's too big, believe me. And, yeah, so I don't, like I'm saying, I'm trying not to work it too much because I don't want them to become tough. And I feel like they're gonna become tough if I work them too much, obviously. That one looks a little weird, but. And then she usually like tucks them under. It's really not working for me too much, so I'm just gonna. They look huge, don't they? I think they're too big. I think they're way too big. Alright. This one's a little bit too small. This one's huge. What do you think, guys? What do you think? And then what she does is she puts, as soon as they come out of the oven, she puts butter, melted butter on them. Or no, she uses the butter thing, and she just you know, uses the thing like that, and she'll just put, you know, spread it on there. And I didn't look and see how long they take. They don't take long, maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes, not even. Get a couple more out of, I think I can get 2 more out of these. So there's the 4, 8, 12. So a double batch doesn't even make a friggin', it makes a dozen. So you only make like 6. That one's big, too big. And this one's too big. I'm trying to make them a little bit more conservative. So there's going to be 12, guys. There's going to be 12. This is fun. Like, this is fun to me. People are like, oh, what a mess. Yeah, it is messy, but you know what? It's freaking homemade. I have biscuits in the refrigerator. My husband's like, "You making biscuits?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, well, "Aren't you gonna use the can, the ones in the refrigerator?" I said, "No, I'm not using those. Those are for donuts." When I make biscuits, like homemade, like I mean, believe me, there are times when I make those biscuits and we eat them like that. But I prefer these biscuits, especially for my son-in-law who loves biscuits, homemade biscuits. I'm just trying to add to that one because this one is really huge. It's really huge. All right, guys. All right, it's perfect because the timing is going to be perfect because I'm going to put the orzo is going to be cooked in there, and then I'm going to put the shrimp in, and these biscuits are going to be ready, and we're going to eat. What? All right, 1 second. I love this thing, guys. This is what I love this thing for, see? He is such a mutt. I know he's that cold. Alright. I don't want to waste it. Get lost, this goddamn fly. I'm going to kill it. I don't like to kill bugs or animals, but they piss me off. Alright, let me wash my hands. I want to shut that in a minute. These are going to be yummy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. I know, I want you. Alright. Guys, let's get this in the oven. Look at this, look at this. Now that's bacon, guys. That's bacon. That's what I love. I love to see that mess. That means you're having a good time and you're making good old food. All right. Alexa, set the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'll leave those in for 10 minutes. I'll check them. Let's check the jambalaya. Jambalaya. Alright, nice guys. Look at that. Ooh. So nice. Oh my god, look at that. So I'm going to put the shrimp in. I want it in a little bit more liquid. I think it needs a little bit more liquid. Put just some of that juice.
Oh my god.
Ow.
He's literally counting them. I was texting and driving.
He didn't say that he was texting me.
Yeah, same thing. No, I wasn't even.
Alright. I'm going to add the shrimp to it. It's very thick now. I need more water in there. It's too thick, I think. It's supposed to be thick like that. It is. But I want it a little bit looser. And I'll taste it and see if it needs any more seasoning because I added more water to it, guys. It might need a little bit more Italian seasoning. All right, let's put the shrimp in. I'll just put all the shrimp in. Alright, we're going to put it on low and just let it simmer till the shrimp, god darn it, until the shrimp becomes pink, like 5-10 minutes, because that's how it long shrimp. And then Put that on low and slow. Let me wash my hands. And I'm so excited. All right, so everything is done. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna take the biscuits out in a minute. I'm just waiting for them to get a little bit brown, and then I'm gonna take them out. The whole thing, the shrimp is done, guys. It looks delicious. Let me take you over here. I'll turn these around. Just wait. All right, guys, look at that. Oh my God, you see the shrimp? Looks so delicious. I can't wait. I just put a little bit more seasoning in it, and I wanted to put a little bit more Cajun in it, but my husband won't eat it if it's too spicy. So, but it does have a little bit of a kick to it, so it's gonna be yummy. All right, I'll show you my plate in 1 minute. All right, guys, here they are. They're not getting brown, but I remember Fallon's not being brown. I remember hers being like this. So, this is what she does. She just goes like this. She takes the butter and she rubs them like this. Oh my God, they're so freaking good.
She's making her own breadcrumbs. She starts
All right.
with bread and then she blends it. Breadcrumbs.
And then, here we go. They're nice and hot, guys. I'm so excited. All right, let's eat, guys. Okay. Let's eat. We're going to eat. Happy birthday, Darren.
Thank you.
I made these special for my son-in-law. Have fun in a little war. I like being a mother-in-law. I do. I really do. Mostly. I'll be back. All right, guys. Here is my plate. Oh my God, the biscuits are amazing. Oh my God, everybody loves the jambalaya. It's so, so good. I'm so excited. It came out really, really good. So yeah, new recipe, guys, today. Jambalaya, Italian jambalaya. Yummo. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go back. Go back. No. Don't forget to hit that subscribers button. When you subscribe, you really help my channel grow. And I so appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that notification button with that bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share and comment down below. And again, happy birthday, Darren. Oh, I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Love you. Bye.